Alright, what's up? Coming to you with another Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer tutorial, guide, build guide, whatever. So, we are looking at the Elementalist. And Elementalist, in my opinion, is one of the top most powerful classes in the game. And the build that I use is a pretty fire-focused build. My main ability is basically Immolate, which I cast whenever I have it available. And then I use Firewall, because Firewall does 200% weapon damage per second for 12 seconds. And it also panics enemies, fears them basically. So what I like to use this, I like to either place it directly on ranged enemies, or block choke points, or place it directly under me, because of the fear. So if I place it under me and a bunch of melee enemies decide to run towards me, the firewall will fear them. Also, I use Firestorm. This is basically for bigger packs and crowd control, because the Firestorm meteors actually knock down your targets. So that's very useful. Also, Death Siphon is a must, because you will regain mana and HP whenever you kill an enemy. Now, I also use Fire Mine, which basically serves a similar purpose as Fire Mine, except Fire Mine deals more damage. And the only thing about Fire Mine is that it has an arming time of 3 seconds. So when you place it on the ground, you have to wait 3 seconds for it to actually arm itself and be ready to explode. So the clever use of Fire Mine would be to place it under stationary enemies, like ranged mobs, block choke points with it, and also you can place it under yourself, so when enemies run towards you, they will explode on the Fire Mine. And also, if you see stealth mobs like stalkers and shadows, and you see them go into stealth, place a Fire Mine under you, so if they try to ambush you, they actually step onto the Fire Mine and possibly die, saving your life basically. So that's basically the useful use out of the Fire Mine. So another ability that I would use, especially on perilous difficulty, instead of Fire Mine, I would put Barrier here. Now, well, where's Barrier? Yeah, there's Barrier, as you can see. It temporarily grants you a protected barrier, which depletes instead of your HP. So that's very useful, especially on perilous difficulty, because barriers right now are very powerful. They absorb a lot of damage before going away. So having someone who can place a barrier on your group is very useful. And if I go to a perilous lobby and I see either a keeper on my party, I will most likely go with Fire Mine instead of Barrier, because Keeper will have Barrier as well. Unfortunately, Keeper has more powerful barriers than the Elementalist, because Keeper's barriers will actually last longer. They will be just as powerful, and she can cast them as often as you can. So basically her barriers last longer than yours. So you don't really wanna override Keeper's power barriers with your own barriers. So that's why if you see a Keeper on your lobby, go with Fire Mine. If you don't see a Keeper in your lobby when you go into perilous difficulty or any other difficulty, it doesn't really matter, go with Barrier, because Barrier can really save lives. And I really mean that. I do have 1 point to spend, so I'm obviously gonna go for Strength of Spirits, because this will give me a 50% barrier bonus, which means my barriers are 50% more powerful now. And once I gain one more level, I will probably be going for Elegant Defense, so whenever my barrier expires, the cooldown on barrier is reduced by 4 seconds, so you can refresh your barriers more quickly. Now, as for passives, I've gone for this one, more cooldown reduction from Gathering Storm. Basically all my basic attacks reduce my cooldown times. Other viable abilities would be Fate Step, because with Fate Step you can actually get away from enemies if they surround you, quite useful in my opinion, but I do not use it personally because you already have Barrier, and Barrier is a very good ability, survivable ability on its own, and also I have Guardian Spirit, so when you are badly injured, basically when you die, instead of dying you actually generate 100% your HP as barrier. And since with the Death Siphon you will most likely recover your HP before that barrier depletes, so you will actually gain a second life. Now I'm also gone for well, you don't really need Stormbringer. I picked it because it deals extra damage, but the cooldown, it has 15 second cooldown, not really good in my opinion, and this is completely optional. I picked it up just for experiment purposes, but you can go for stuff like this. This will increase the duration of your fear, and also in this tree, well, you could also use the Stormbringer point to actually take this, and then you could even take this Chaotic Focus. This will, if you have active barrier, this ability will expend 50% of your barrier to power your next spell, whether it is Immolate, Firewall or Firestorm. So you can actually deal a little more damage, but to be honest, in Perilous difficulty I really don't wanna expend my barrier on things like that, so I rather don't like picking this up, but you can pick this up if you want to. I don't know, it doesn't really matter in the long run. So yeah, that's about that for the Elementalist. So keep in mind, if you see Keeper on your group, go with Firemine. If you don't have a Keeper on your group, go with Barrier. So yeah, that's that for the Elementalist. The inventory is pretty much bread and butter. You get your highest DPS staff and use it if you want to deal some damage. Also, you kinda want the highest or the most powerful armor in the game that you can craft. And you also the enhanced cooldown amulet is very helpful. It reduces your cooldowns, a must have in my opinion. I also have ranged defense belt, which further protects me from rage attacks. I also have an extra 5% heal on kill, so I actually regenerate 15% health per kill because of the Death Siphon and the heal on kill ring. And I use Firestorm ring for extra Firestorm damage. If I had Immolate ring, I would probably use it instead of maybe a life on heal kill or Immolate ring. But that's about that for the Elementalist. Let's find us a game. Finally. So I wanted to begin a Perilous. I wanted to join a Perilous game or start my own lobby, but unfortunately, for some reason, not a lot of players playing Perilous difficulty right now, so I couldn't find a single game. So what I did, I started my own threatening difficulty lobby, and I'm right here alone pretty much, running around until everybody else comes. So basically this is what the Elementalist does. Panics enemies with Firewall and deals damage with the oh man. looks like the Nug got away. There's damage with the Fire Mine and Firewall. Gonna stay right here. Die. Panic you. You're dead. Boom. As you can see that if I somehow manage to lose HP, the Death Siphon will recover all my HP. So that's good. As you can see, I don't really care at this difficulty. I don't really care about the enemies hitting me. So yeah, because threatening is not very challenging. I'm gonna stand right here. Throw a immolate there. Put a fire mine under your ass. Watch you die and then finish you off. Boom. Nice. So that's basically the Elementalist for you guys. Big pack, drop Firestorm and Firewall, and mines and immolates everywhere basically. And watch enemies melt away. It's clever to place Firewall on you and Fire Mine under you, so when enemies run towards you like that, they will get instantly either killed by the Fire Mine or they will get feared by the Firewall. So that's what the Firewall is for basically. So now the... Alright, we have some enemies under my ass. I'm gonna place a Firewall here. You're gonna die. So now because this is threatening difficulty only, I'm using Fire Mine, but if I was playing perilous difficulty, I probably would be using Barrier instead of Fire Mine, because Barrier is very useful in that difficulty. So I would suggest definitely picking up Barrier for this guy. I'm gonna drop a Firewall there. These enemies die. Hide here to recover some HP. Nice. Nothing really too hard there.
Yeah, that's quite amazing.
Getting bombed by archers. I actually pretty much died there because I procced my barrier. Gonna hide here for now. Nice.
That was thrilling. I'll be dead if not for you.
And Guardian Spirit procced, and while the Guardian Spirit was pretty much going, I recovered all my HP because of the Death Siphon, so you can see how powerful the Elementalist actually is. If I had Barrier, I would have even more survivability, because then I would have Barrier without the Guardian Spirit proc, so that would basically make me pretty much unbeatable.
Wow.
But since this is threatening difficulty, I'm hoping that... Is this a public game? Yes, it is. It's weird that no players have joined. Looks like I started making videos
Impressive.
at an hour that no one is playing this game for some reason. Ooh, I actually got targeted by that guy. I'm gonna place you there. Nice. I always try to focus those guys first, because they basically have heat-seeking missiles as their main damage ability, and I don't like that. Oof.
Look at that.
You can see how the... I actually have to fall back now because a lot of enemies after me, especially the shadow. And I don't like the shadow. The shadows are one of the things that can kill me in this difficulty. And unfortunately it looks like the neutral monster is attacking me as well. So not really ideal. Gonna keep placing mines and firewalls all over here, dropping the immolets everywhere. I might as well drop another Firestorm because I can. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. So I was close to dying there. The shadow did a lot of work on me. Got a backstab on me, but I had Guardian Spirit up, so I didn't die, so that was fine. And I have to be more careful because the shadows can really fuck me up. I no longer have the
Yeah, that's quite amazing.
but I do have the fire mine, so I will be using fire mine to protect me from the shadow, like that. That way, if a shadow actually decides to attack me, I can actually protect myself with the fire mine. I'm gonna place another fire mine for insurance, just in case. Gonna kill that guy. So yeah, that went well. I didn't get one shot by a shadow, so went pretty well. This should be the last level. Alright, so there is a shadow there. I'm gonna place a fire mine here. Initiate the combat. Place that over there, and I'm actually gonna stay behind my fire mine so that it will kill the shadow like that. Nice. The archers died to the damage over time damage. Ouch. Ooh, you are annoying one, aren't you? Gonna have you panic. That guy's gonna panic as well. I'm gonna stand over here. Nice. Finally I got my second player here. Now I'm kinda pumped because I kinda would have wanted to finish this solo. Nice. Nothing really dangerous here. I am gonna drop.
Impressive.
Got a necromancer to back me up. Right. Got to be careful around that guy. Don't want him killing me. Nice. Boom, boom. Nice. Quite easy, even without the necromancer, but you know, you actually wanna play, even though other players could be annoying because sometimes they do stupid things, but it is advisable to play with other players because the more players you have in your group, the more experience you get. So because I've been going solo this far, there's a good chance I won't receive good amount of experience from this. I'm gonna protect myself with the fire mine in case I get ambushed by the shadow. I wouldn't want that. What I can't target that guy. Die. Kill you. And recover the supplies.
Oh, good.
Nice.
We're done playing fetch.
And this should be the final part.
You know,
Final
they say
part
there's
of the
value in planning
stage.
ahead.
Of this
Perhaps we
mission,
should
I
try it.
mean. And quite easy with the Elementalist. He's very powerful, in my opinion, among the maybe even top 3 of the most powerful classes in the game. So I definitely would recommend
Moment
picking
of
him
truth.
up. He is quite cheap as well. So keep that in mind. Ooh, I'm being really attacked by enemies here. Pretty much everyone is targeting me. Yeah, I actually died there because I was actually
Yeah,
targeted
that's
by
quite
the
amazing.
fucking, what's his name? The Templar Horror or whatever that is. Templar Horror's heat-seeking missiles will one-shot you even in this difficulty. If they actually hit you. But luckily because of the Guardian Spirit I made it alive. I will just block the choke point with the fire mine, between the fire mines and gonna get rock armor, Lyrium potion up and rock armor up. I wanna make sure that the... Oh, looks like my friend died. Or he didn't die. Well, he will die soon. I can't really afford to get him up because the boss is on me. Well, I could try. I do have Guardian Spirit up, so I can afford getting him up. So nice. Actually gonna here you guys. Gonna place a fire mine here. Ooh, that guy was spinning. I'm gonna place Firestorm here. Look at the moves of the boss. I don't want him ambushing me. That's the last thing I would want. I'm gonna dodge the Earth Shatter attack the boss throws now. Nice. That went well. Oh, it knocked me down. I'm gonna place a firewall here. Keep the enemies feared. Ah, I couldn't immolate them. That's too bad. Oof. The boss is on me. Alright, he's doing his shit again. I'm just gonna keep dodging this attack because it's not really hard to dodge. Gonna drop a Firestorm here. Crowd control and stuff. Firewall. Mine. We actually now got our third player. He's quite late though. Got those guys with the immolate. Dodge that. Kill you. Ooh, I can't get up now. Ooh. I am actually gonna use a healing mist potion here. Oh, I couldn't. Fuck. The boss actually knocked me down. But I did it. But looks like my character did it anyway. Damn it! This is not going the way I want it to go. boss is dead, or should be dead. I need to recover more HP before I can actually do anything. Nice. Get you up. Get you up as well.
I'm not whining. This doesn't really hurt.
Nice. And I'm quite confident that we can actually finish this map now. Ooh. The only thing that is missing is me dying for something stupid like that. I wanna make sure that no one kills me here. And we did it. Nice. So looked a bit tight there. My allies weren't much of a help, except they were pretty much nice distractions for the enemies, I guess. Pretty much their only use, but yeah, I did most of the work. But regardless, that's pretty much the Elementalist for you. I kind of feel bummed that I couldn't show you perilous difficulty, because it would have been as it wouldn't be like that what the threatening difficulty was, basically face rolling, but you get the gist of it. The point of these videos is to show different classes and what they can do, and I guess I managed to show what the Elementalist is all about, so I'm quite happy with it. I do want to see my stats, so show them please. Downloading data. And there was an error, retrieving required data from the Dragon Age server. Session terminated. Well, fuck it, this is a good spot to end the video, so see you next time.